Welcome to Catalyzing Faith, where we seek to be a catalyst for your faith so that you can be a catalyst in the world around you. And one of the ways we do that is by providing you with book reviews on important works in philosophy, theology, apologetics, history, science, you name it. And today we are talking about a book called God and Ultimate Origins by Andrew Loke. And I'm going to hold it up just to put it on the screen for a little bit. And this book is significant because it provides one of the most interesting defenses of a cosmological argument in the published literature. And the reason I say this is because Andrew Loke sort of blends a couple different types of cosmological arguments, from the Kalam cosmological argument to the Thomistic style. And ultimately, he presents what I think is a very rigorous argument defending the idea that the universe exists because of a first cause. And he does this by inviting us to imagine a chain of events. And in this chain of events, every link in that chain is only able to cause something to happen if it is acted upon by a prior link in that chain. So you can envision a train car, a series of train cars that one car on its own cannot do anything until it is pulled by the car prior to it. But that car can't do anything until it is pulled by a car prior to it. And the only way this whole train can move is if somewhere there is an engine, a first cause to the entire movement of these series of train cars, because that engine does not need to be acted upon by something external to itself. It is the first cause of the series of train cars. Similarly, if we have any sort of motion at all in the universe, any sort of change, whether that's physical change or Locke would argue even mental change, that series of events had to have been caused by something. But in order for any causation to occur whatsoever, there needed to be a first cause that did not need to be acted upon by something outside of itself. And you can see this clearly by the fact that in this thought experiment, every train car has the ability to cause another train car to move only if it is acted upon by a prior train car. But until that point, its ability to act is effectively zero. And whether you have 5, 10, 15, 20, or an infinite number of these train cars lined up in a row, if there is no first cause to set the whole series in motion, the summation of the causal powers is still zero. There cannot be any sort of causal chain whatsoever if there is not a first cause acting upon it. So I think this is a very strong metaphysical argument for the impossibility of an actual infinite series of causes going back without a first cause. And one of the other points that I think Locke mentions that is significant to consider is that often people will object to these sorts of metaphysical arguments by bringing up certain types of physical theories, some physical models that themselves are indicative of an infinite universe, or they contain an infinite universe, some universe that is past infinite. But what Locke demonstrates is that all you get from these physical models are essentially mathematical consistency, which is only logical possibilities. But logical possibilities do not outweigh metaphysical impossibilities. So take, for example, the question of what is the square root of 4? The answer could either be 2 or -2. Both are logically possible answers. But if we're dealing with the actual universe and I'm asking you how many people does it take to carry a table, and the answer is the square root of 4, well, you know that even though -2 is a logically possible answer, it's metaphysically impossible in the context. So given the metaphysical argument presented by Andrew Loke, any sort of physical model that includes a past infinite universe with a past infinite series of causes cannot be the right answer. It cannot be an accurate description of our universe because even if it's logically possible, it doesn't meet the metaphysical requirements laid out by Locke's argument. So if you are interested in cosmological arguments, either in favor of them or opposed to them, I would highly recommend that you check out this book. I think it will be edifying to you and those who will interact with you later on. Thanks for watching this book review. If you enjoyed it, please leave us a comment below to let us know what you thought, and if there are any books that you want us to review, feel free to give us any and all suggestions. If you enjoyed this video, there's plenty else on this channel for you to enjoy, so be sure to check that out. But before you do, don't forget to push like on this video and subscribe to the channel.